Hello everyone, it's Sheila and happy Sunday to you all. So today you won't be seeing my face. I decided to change things up just a little bit. As you all know, I've been on this house cleaning project, getting rid of things, painting, just doing a lot of stuff. And so that being said, I spent the entire weekend, all day yesterday, just cleaning on my studio like you would not believe, but it still has a long ways to go. And so I cleaned on it some more today. I have tons and tons of jewelry, way too much makeup. You know how it goes. But anyway, when I tackled this project, I didn't realize it was going to take me as long as it has taken me. But nonetheless, it will all get done eventually. So, hence why you will not see my face today, because I look a hot mess. I have on shorts, a button-down denim shirt, flip-flops, and my hair is still in twisties. So I am just going to show you what I'm going to be doing momentarily, and that is I'm going to be doing my mani and my pedi, which, as you all know, that is generally my Sunday ritual. However, lately I've just kind of enjoyed doing them kind of like whenever. I find myself midweek getting bored with my nail color and just changing it up a little bit. So it does work as therapy for me, so I guess it's acceptable. So that being said, let's go ahead and show you what I plan to do today. Now, as you all know, I've been on this quest trying to find a white polish that would not streak and would not just totally go just all wrong on my nails. Well, I haven't found that product just yet. I have not tried this particular one. This is from Hansen, which is part of their gel formula line. It's number 450 and the color is Get Mod. Now, it appears to be somewhat of a grayish white, and my thought process is it probably won't do any different than any other white polish I've used before. So my thought process this time was to try the Sinful colors, and this is called Tokyo Pearl. Turn that around. And it's number 112. I don't know how well that's going to focus for you, but again, this is from Sinful Colors. And I know back in the day, I enjoyed wearing a pearl nail polish, like when I was like in junior high and maybe even elementary school. I don't know, but I know I used to love it, love it, love it. And so I had this grand idea that probably isn't really a grand idea, but it's my idea anyway. And I'm going to call it grand. So what I thought is, because I have so many problems with white streaking, not going on evenly, just causing me all kind of headache, that I might paint a layer of the white and then a layer of the pearl and just see how it all turns out. Now, I'm not 100% sure what that's all going to look like, so I'm not sure if it's going to end up being a finished product or not. But that is my intentions initially today anyway. And the things that I have sitting here, they are all my befores and afters as far as when I'm putting together my mani and pedi. Now, the gel polish from Hansen does not require a base coat. Therefore, I don't know if I'm going to use this particular base coat today or if I'm just going to skip over that. And this is actually the OPI Infinite Shine. And you know, I've been calling this Infinity. I don't even know why. Like, seriously, like I can read, but you know, it's kind of like one of those things where you glance down and you see a name and you just go with it. Like your brain goes one way and you just go with it. But it's called the Infinite Shine. So I apologize for totally miscalling that forever. But anyway, the other day, I should say, I want to say last week, but the other day, last week, whatever, I did the Pixie nail polish in the Coral Cantaloupe. And I used this as a base coat, and the little system that I did, it seemed to, I don't know if it was a combination of the polishes being good, but you know, it's kind of like one of those things, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So I liked what happened when I did that because the polish stayed on very well. So that's why I'm kind of contemplating on whether or not I want to try this with that today or not. And then I'll go to this one first. This is actually that new Essie gel, and this is called Gel Setter Top Coat. And it's, of course, you know, you don't just necessarily have to use it on Essie products. I haven't even used it on Essie products yet. I mean, I eventually will, since I'm looking at a cabinet right now that has about I don't know, 15 or 20 nail polishes by Essie on it. So my little nail cabinet. So, I mean, eventually I'll work my way around to it, but I like to change my colors so often. And I've got this white that I've been just dying to try. And again, I did use this with the Pixie last week with the cantaloupe orange, or I mean, I'm sorry, the coral cantaloupe. Where am I going with that? And I like the staying power that these three items provided for me. Like I said, I don't know if it was just the Pixie being that good or the combination of these three, but I'm going to try it again today and see how it all turns out. And this is the all famous Sashimi, which is my top coat. It's my favorite. I don't think I'm ever going to change up from it. I mean, I probably have about 4 or 5 backups of this because whenever Sally runs it on sale, I'm in there stocking up. So I can't ever be without it. I have one in my nail bag that I carry with me to work, and I have some in my backup drawer, and I have, I think, 2 bottles in my little caddy that I have extra overflow of nail polishes. Now, all of that being said, do you get the hint that I might like nail polishes? I think I do. I have an addiction really bad. And this is my buffer, and then this is my nail file. And my buffer, as you can tell, is getting a little used there. So I did just buff my nails a little bit. Yes, they are very highly tinted with nail polish stains. So I do need to go in and treat those sometime in the very near future. Wow, that looks pretty yucky. Maybe I'll do it before I actually start putting on my nail polish today. I probably will. And my toes, well, let's see. They're probably not looking any better. Let's see. Nah, not really. But yeah, so they're all in rare form, waiting to be painted and dolled up for the week. So I'm going to shut it off for now. I might try to come on in between. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to just kind of make this do my Pedi and Manny with me day. How's that? So I'll come on as I'm painting. I'm using my iPhone instead of setting up my webcam because, of course, I don't want you to see my mug today. So it's going to be a little bit tricky how I'm going to get it. I don't know that I can actually be painting while I'm talking and showing, but I'll try to figure something out. I may just paint a coat and show you where I stand. So I will see you momentarily. Okay, so I decided to throw in a couple of steps that I typically do, but not every single time I do my nails. So my nails were looking a bit yellow before, and they still don't look totally white, but I did do a little bit of something to them to try to get them to whiten up a little bit. I typically like to use lemon juice, but I didn't have a real lemon, and I know everyone's going to say this is horrible, 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 but I just dipped my fingernails, the tip part of them, into some bleach for like a couple seconds, and then I pulled them out, and that will take all the top residue off. Of course, trying not to immerse your whole hand into the bleach, and then washing your hands with soap and water immediately afterwards will kind of like, you know, eliminate on it damaging the skin. So I did do that today. So it did whiten it a little bit. Like I said, I don't like to leave it in there very long because, of course, I don't want to damage my cuticles or my nail skin itself. And because I did that, I did want to go ahead and use my gel, which this is just one of those cuticle gels that I get from Sally's. It's just a little small bottle, and a little bit goes a long way. I just kind of dab each one of my nails in that and kind of swirl it around. So now I have a very smooth nail bed. Of course, now you can see a little bit of oil that's on my nails. So that's where this baby comes into place. And this is a nail cleanser from the X formula, and or formula, what is it called? Formula X. Okay, let's get it together, girl. So I do purchase this at Sephora, and I do have the entire nail system, but I get bored with things real easily, and I'm always looking for, I don't know, something new to try. And so hence why I've been trying all these other products out. But I do like this cleanser. It does kind of like take off any residue off of the nail bed itself. So I am going to actually just kind of apply this, and I'll give you a quick little demonstration. That lid doesn't stay on there, or it doesn't open up with the lid very well. So it's kind of a, I don't know, I can't describe it. Dries like it like dries into the air like really quickly. I don't know how to describe the formula of this or the texture or whatever, but I mean it just kind of it becomes like squeaky clean. Like, hold on, let's see if I can make this a little bit better. How about we put the lid back on that bad boy? And this little bag right here is a bag that I got from Estee Lauder, like one of their free little sample things. And this is my take to work bag. I throw it inside of my big bag. And so if I ever have a nail drama experience or whatever, I've got all my essentials in there. So I do have that. And I keep that cuticle oil in that because I do sometimes, don't always, I know I should, but I will sometimes just kind of do my cuticles, especially on those days when they're looking a little bit rough. So, but yeah, so like I said, I just kind of dab, and I don't know, like I said, it doesn't, see how it's like just liquidy, but it dries like super fast, but it cleans the nail bed like really well. Like it takes any oil residue or anything like that off, and that's what I like about it. So I kind of go over each nail bed like so. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I do. And then, like I said, there's nothing else to do to it because that dries instantly, like it really does. And then this is a little brush that I have, and I use this with nail polish remover. And I dip this down in there. So when I make a little bit of a mess on the side of my nails, I dip it into my nail polish remover and I just kind of wipe and it comes clean. So I like this a little bit better than the Q-tips because with the Q-tips, I feel that a lot of times you get like the cotton ball onto the nail bed sometimes and it messes up the polish. I mean, I have them and I do use them sometimes, and but this is actually a concealer liner, and it just works really well for doing the cuticles, or not really the cuticles, well, cleaning around the messy nail area when you make a big mess. So, and I apologize because, of course, now you can see my ugly messiness of my clothing, and I am drinking a nice cup of coffee. It's the Dunkin' Donut original coffee. I got a cup of that right now to kind of make my mood. Like I said, this is a very relaxing experience for me. Doing my nails, I totally get involved in it. I've got a good movie that I'm about to hit play on Netflix, and yeah, so I am going to enjoy doing my nails. Like I said, I will come on periodically and just kind of show you different steps that I'm doing rather than to make you sit through the whole thing now that I've kind of figured out a way I can kind of do this display. So I shall return. Hang in there with me, people. Okay, so I'm actually looking at the first coat, or you're actually looking at, we are looking at it together, the first coat of the Sally Hansen, and I decided not to use a base coat. I just decided to follow the instructions. So I'm actually somewhat impressed. It actually went on a lot more even than what I thought that it would. So I don't know. I think I might just put a second coat on it because I'm just kind of curious to see how it's going to look. Yeah, so I'm liking it so far. And then that's the first coat of my on my toes. And as you can see, you know, I kind of get it everywhere sometimes. So I'm going to go in and I'll clean all that up in just a little bit. So yeah, so far so good. So I'm going to go ahead and work on my second coat now. Okay, so this is the second coat, and as you can see, there is some streaking going on, but I will say that this one did go on much more even than any of the other ones that I've tried. And so I think actually I could probably do a third coat on this one and actually may have a pretty decent set of nails. But I am going to go ahead and do my Sinful colors now because I really want to try that little scenario. And here are my toes with the second coat on them. So yeah, so I'm going to move right along now to the Sinful color Tokyo Pearl. Okay, so now I have the Tokyo Pearl on. So this is my third coat of nail polish. And see where I messed that one up pretty bad. And I get it all over the place sometimes when I'm doing my nails. So some days I can do it perfectly and other days I can't. And this is a day that I can't. So I'm liking what it looks like. It kind of like made the pearl go on real like smooth, and it like has a really white effect to it. And here's my toes. So far so good. So I'm going to be pausing for a few minutes and letting it dry a little bit more, and then I'm going to put my gel coat on top. Okay, so now I have the clear gel coat, which of course makes it look no different. I mean, when it's a white polish, you don't really see a whole lot of shine, but you can see, you know, that it kind of smoothed out the polish just a little bit. And then there it is on my toes. So far so good. This is the fourth coat of items going on to my nails because I have two coats of the Sally Hansen, and then I have the one coat of the oh, I'm moving the camera. One coat of the Sinful colors in the Tokyo Pearl, which typically I probably should have done one in one. I just really wanted to see what it was going to look like, so I may have goofed this up by having the three coats on there, so that's a lot of layers, so we'll see how it all works out. Okay, so now I have the Sasha feet on there, and I'm going to sit here very patiently and quietly for about 60 seconds. Actually, because I have four coats on, I may do it for 2 minutes instead of just one, so we'll see. And then again, there's my toes, and I'm enjoying that cup of coffee. It's kind of cooled off now some, so I'm probably gonna heat it up a little bit so you can see my mess that I have from doing my nails. So I will be back in a little bit once I get it all cleaned up and just kind of show you the finished product, and then we'll see how it all works out throughout the week. So I'm liking it so far. It does look a little bit thick, which, like I said, I think I probably should have stuck with just the two coats, but I was messing around and playing around, and so we'll see how it all turns out. Okay, so you're looking at the finished product. It came out pretty good. I've waited way past the 60 seconds, or 2 minutes actually. Probably it's been quite a while, and I'm still just kind of chilling right now because I do want to make sure that it dries completely. Let you take a look at the other hand. That's the other hand. Like I said, I've gotten most of the stuff from the edges. I still have a little bit. That's where I kind of go in with soap and water sometimes and just kind of scrub my nails down really good, like the skin around my nails, and the soap and water will definitely take off the extra that's on my skin, because sometimes, like, see, like right in there, like I'm unable to get in there with a brush because I don't want to rub the nail polish remover on the actual nail itself, because then it will take the polish off the sides. So yeah, so that's pretty much what it all looks like. And let me give you a quick look at my little toesies there. That's what my toesies look like. And that's what the other set of toesies look like. And my little S on my cup. My S stands for Sheila, in case you didn't know. And then let me show you, I've got some rhinestones here. I actually was going to put rhinestones on my nails, but it was a fail because I realized that my nail glue I had thrown out because it was old, and so I don't have any nail glue to put to make my rhinestones stay on. I do have this stuff, but I don't really like it. It doesn't really hold the rhinestones on it. It works okay for things like the little stick-on nail decals, but not really for the rhinestones. So, and while I'm at it, let me go ahead and show you what's inside of my makeup bag slash my nail bag. And it is a makeup bag that I've kind of converted into using as like my little nail bag. And I don't know where I got this one from. I want to say I didn't buy it, but then again, maybe I did, because I don't see like Estee Lauder, Lancome, or anything like that on it. And generally when I get these as freebies, they have like somebody's name on them. So I'm not sure, but anyway, so let me show you what's inside this bag. And what I do with this bag is this has my key essentials in it for me doing my nails. Uh, if I needed to go spend the night somewhere, go out of town, I can pretty much toss this in my suitcase. It'll have everything that I need, except for I don't have a little small bottle of nail polish remover. But generally I do have a bottle that I can throw in here. I just don't, which I don't know why I don't keep it in there all the time. But I generally just have my my big bottle, and I will show that to you. Where is it? Let me reach down and get it. I usually use the Beauty Secrets, and I get this from Sally's. I do use the Isotone because I use all kinds of stinging on nail polish and just, you know, hard to remove nail polishes. And so this tends to work the best. I get the big bottle, as you can see. Like I said, I don't know how many ounces this is, but it's a big one. I think it's like, I don't know, but we're not going to worry about how much it is in there. But, oh, I think I got some of it on my hand. Yuck. Okay, so what's inside this bag? Again, key essentials, and on the top, the first thing you'll see is cotton balls I use to remove my nail polish with, and then you'll see some Q-tips, regular ones, as well as the straight edge ones, or not the straight edge, the pointed edge ones. And like I said, I use those as well for removing nail polish around the edges of my nail bed. But I tend to sometimes get like the cotton onto the nail polish when I do it too fast, or sometimes it'll just get sticky and it'll just stick to it, and I just don't like that at all. So then in here I also have, these are the sticky decals, which are like little labels that you can just stick onto your nails, and just have your, it looks like you've gone to the beauty salon and had some really fancy work done. I usually buy all of these ones. These all pretty much came from like Walmart, Sally's, Walgreens, CVS, places like that. See, there's some Halloween ones, and then there's just some stars and colors of flowers and different things like that. Butterflies, like I said, just you name it, there's all kinds of things. There's some silver stars and just circles and more stars and more circles. But yeah, so that's all kept in that little bag. And then let's see what else is inside here. Let's see. Now this is my Formula X system, which I don't know why, but I do know why, because I do use several of the things out of it. Every once in a while I use the different products that's in there, so I keep that in my bag. And then I have, this is the gel top coat that is from Sally Hansen. That is the one that goes with, like, for instance, the white that I used on my nails earlier today. I just didn't use that today. And then I have, this is a Sally Hansen. This is just a regular base coat. It's not meant for the gels or anything like this, like that. Just a regular base coat. And I got to talk fast because my battery's dying. And then this one is a base coat of the Sashafee. And I got this free at Sally's one time, and I like it okay, but it didn't do anything special. I'm almost used up. I wouldn't buy it, but I got it for free, so it's okay. And then this is like my little nail buffer that I showed you earlier. I've just kind of stuck it back in the bag. And then this is the nail file that I showed you earlier. And then this is some cuticle cream. Again, I get this at Sally's as well. See, everything comes from Sally's. And I use this like every second or third time when I do my nails. And then this little bag right here has, it's a NARS bag, which I store like my, I don't know what these things are called, but like, they're like to clip your cuticles with, so cuticle clippers. I don't know what the proper name for them is, but I have those in there. And then I have a nail brush, which I will sometimes use this to get with the soap and water to get the extra nail polish off the side of my nails. And then I have nail clippers in there as well. So that I keep these things in this little bag because they're pokey and they can hurt if they poke you. And then I have, this is like a little kind of like tweezer thing that's used to take the gel, not the gel, I'm sorry, to take the rhinestones out of the little containers. This is one that hasn't been opened. This one, as you can see, has a straight edge. And then I have another one over here that I had taken out. This one has kind of like a bent edge. So I really like these. They come in handy. I really, really like these when it comes to using the rhinestones. But so that's pretty much everything. That's my little makeup bag, and or I say makeup bag, my nail polish bag that is a makeup bag. How's that? So that's pretty much everything that I keep inside of here. Like I said, this is my go-to bag whenever I am doing my nails. I can just grab this bag and be ready to do my nails wherever I am and have everything at fingertips. And then again, this is my Estee Lauder makeup bag that is now a gel. I keep wanting to say gel. I'm on the gel kick for some reason. But this just has, now this one I keep in my bag that I take to work every day. It has nail polish remover that I have to fill up every so often, which I need to fill that up again. And then this has, I was using the Infinity
Infinite
Shine, OPI Shine stuff. And then I have the, this is like a Sally Hansen base coat that I keep in there. This is my nail cuticle oil that I showed you earlier, and I keep that in there. And I also have some nail clippers in there, and I have some extra cotton balls in there. And then this is a little tip that is used to push your cuticles back. So, and then what I will do is I will put my polishes in there. That way, if I have a chip or something at work, I usually put whatever polish I'm wearing. I'll throw that in my bag as well. So I probably would just put this one in there since this was my top coat. But that's just in case if I get a bad chip or something and I want to mend it, I have that handy for me. So yeah, so that's pretty much everything. Thank you so much for sharing this little time with me today, and I will see you all in my very next video. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and please thumbs up this video. Have a great Sunday evening.